All right, let's get to it.
We're going? Okay. All right, guys, so here we are back at the box project. This is Jordan's box. He has glued up all his sides, and on the sanding board, he has sanded his top and bottom edges really nice and flat on the sanding board, so they're perfect. Now he has labeled out and measured out exactly where he wants his splines to be. Remember, this is a splined miter joint. We have miters by themselves, they're not very strong. So we have to put a spline in here, which is another piece of wood that goes across the joint. Okay, there's a lot of different options you guys have when you do this. You can make angles, so you can angle the blade and end up with splines that go on angles like that, which is kind of cool. You can make them go the other way. You can make deep splines, you can make shallow splines, you can do a combination of any of those. So there really is some creative opportunity that you guys have when you're doing this. Okay? So Jordan just wanted straight splines, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go through in just a minute and show you how to set this jig up. But for now, just quickly, technique-wise, when we use this jig, we're going to set our box in here. It's going to be tight against our clamp, which is going to be our fence, and I'm going to show you how to set that up in a minute. We're going to turn the saw on and do one smooth pull through the saw, take the box out, pull it back, and then we can roll the next one and go around from there, okay? Here's the setup. Okay, so to set this up, we want to have our spline, in this case, come right through the corner of our box, just like that. We don't want the saw blade to come inside the box, so I'm going to put this down into the jig, and I'm going to set the blade height so that it comes up just to where that line is. Okay, so we crank the blade up, and this is going to give me about as deep a spline as I dare go. If you want to do shallower splines, you certainly can. You just lower the blade. Just keep in mind that the deeper the spline, the more strength you get out of that spline. Okay? So we're going to go there. And now we're going to measure. So from each side, Jordan wants the center of his spline to be at 1 1/16. Okay, so we're going to use our framing square. We're going to set this in here, and we're going to set the square so that the blade, the tooth of the blade, is right on the center at 1 1/16. Okay, right there. Then we're going to take our parallel jaw clamp and clamp this in place so that it is square to the bottom of the jig. And it's right on our mark. Okay, just like that. So now we've created a fence with the clamp here that's going to guide our box. Okay. Now this goes in like so. Saw goes on. Roll it around. Okay, and we're going to end up rolling this all the way around, so all 4 corners are done. Once that's done, we're going to flip the box over using the same adjustment here, and we're going to roll all 4 corners again, and that's going to give us a spline that's perfectly symmetrical, or the same distance from the bottom as it is from the top. Okay, if that's in your design, then that's kind of a cool way to make sure that you get a symmetrical pattern. Okay, and that's it.